Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Eureka Springs channel. I'm Melody Purdy, your host. We're coming to you live from Eureka Springs, Arkansas, and thank you for joining us today. If you're watching us live, be sure and like, subscribe, and follow us on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Today, we're here to celebrate all the good people, the good places, and the good news from Eureka Springs, Arkansas. We're so glad you're here today. We have a special guest. We are going to be talking with Nancy Paddock, who is with the Writers Colony at Dairy Hollow. And if you haven't heard about this nonprofit here in Eureka Springs, you're fixing to learn a little bit about what they do and some of the activities that they've got going on this coming month. So if you guys are welcome to the screen, Miss Nancy Paddock.
Hey,
Hi,
everyone.
Nancy. How are
Hi.
you?
I'm doing well today. Thank you.
Workshop coordinator. I love the little title down below. You are doing it. You're rocking it this week and this month.
Yeah.
And you've been the sort of the new hire there at the Writers Colony. You got your feet good and wet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jumped
Finally
in.
learned. Well, it was a created job, and now we know what I'm doing. So that's good.
Well, you've got a lot of activities, and no wonder they needed a coordinator because the Writers Colony is always doing something special here, not only for the locals to enjoy, but you guys attract people from all over the country to the Little
Yeah.
Haven. Briefly
Yeah.
tell people what the Writers Colony is all about.
The Writers Colony it's a 501(c), but it basically provides a writing space for writers. People come for a week or 2 weeks for the quiet and the seclusion where they can work on their work. All writers who stay here apply. We look at samples of their writing, and if they are approved, then they are then an alumni, and they can come and stay and just enjoy the peace and quiet of Eureka Springs and write. And then they also get out around town and learn about Eureka Springs as well. All of our fundraising, everything we do here goes into the scholarship fund. So we usually do 4 or 5 scholarships a year, and then we also have our fellowship program where we award a writer a 1 to 2 week stay here in a competitions type writing fellowship.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I've got the website up if anybody wants to go ahead and look around there on your website, writerscolony.org. But you're here today to tell us about a couple of events that are coming up, and I wanted to make sure that the public learned about and make sure they sign up if they are ready to do so. So let's jump right in. We've got something that's pretty special. I have heard Mr. Keith Scales before. Tell us a little bit about what he's going to be presenting there at the Writers Colony.
Keith is an amazing person. He is a Shakespeare scholar. He knows more about the classics and about playwriting, and he is volunteering his time to do a 10-minute plays workshop in September. And this will be over the period of 10 days. People will have a chance to write a 10-minute play. He will help them develop it. We're going to work with Main Stage and use the stage down there for the 2 in-person workshops where people will learn everything about writing a play from the perspective of it's a 10-minute play. You're going to learn how to develop characters. Let me pull this up really quick because I thought we were going to the poet luck first. So
Sorry.
Oh, you're fine. You're good. I got to find where I'm at here. But basically, they're going to develop an introduction to the art, craft, blood, sweat, and tears of writing a play. They're going to make the thinnest script interesting. So the actors the people will collaborate to create a performance.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be good. They're going to discuss structure, character, the experience of the performance. It's going to be great fun. He's going to get together and get everyone a copy of a sheet, and they're going to work on their play for 4 or 5 days, get together and do a run through, and then they'll have another week to develop the play. And he'll be available for people to talk to him, and he'll advise them on it. It's going to be a wonderful workshop for people to develop their playwriting skills, their acting skills, and to learn a little bit about theater and how it's put together.
Yeah.
And he has a great background on that as well.
Oh, he does.
So I'm
Yeah,
really
he's
amazing.
really talented. I first met Keith when he was sort of the backbone of bringing the plays to the 1886 Crescent Hotel.
Uh-huh.
First really was my first experience with Keith. He's really, really talented. I'm excited
Oh,
that he's doing this. That's really cool. Really cool.
it's really cool. I'm really excited because we're going to use the stage at main stage, so we'll have lights. So when people are developing their play, they will feel like they're in a
Oh
play.
yeah,
And there'll be
absolutely.
a little co-writing going on with that too. So I'm really looking forward to that. We're going to work more with Keith next year and do some lectures on the classics.
Oh, wonderful.
I'm just really excited about working with him. He's extremely intelligent and
Wow.
well-rounded writer, and
Wow.
I'm really looking forward
Well,
to it.
thanks to Keith. Thank you, Keith, if you're watching for doing this for the
Yeah.
colony. It's exciting times.
And yeah, like I say, it's a fundraiser. And
Yeah.
then later in October, right before the Ozark Creative Writing Conference,
Hmm.
one of the writers who is going to be there is Jane Friedman. Now she is in the publishing business. She is also a writer and a blogger, and I'm really excited about her being with us. She is going to do a lecture on literary citizenship, and it's the feel good way to market and promote your work. And it's just going to tell writers, uh, no matter what your background is, to bring attention to your books and pursuit.
Yeah.
Writers know how to write, but they sometimes don't know how to market what they have.
True.
So this
Very
is
true.
just, she's an amazing woman. We're really grateful she's donating her time. And it'll be a 45-minute lecture on Thursday, now I have to look at my own thing. Thursday
October the
the
12th.
12th,
October the
October
12th.
12th,
Yeah.
here at the Colony.
Okay.
So we'll have refreshments. Come on in, meet Jane before the Ozark Creative Writers Conference, and learn a little bit about promoting your work. So
And
I'm
it's
really
only
excited about it.
$25. That's amazing.
Oh, it's going to be fun. It's
That's
going to
so
be really
cool.
fun. Yeah,
All
yeah.
right.
And it's good to, and if you're not going to the Ozark Writers Conference, this is a bit to get a taste
Oh
of
yeah.
it. Maybe you'll decide afterwards you want to sign up and go meet the rest of the people at that conference.
I love it. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Now I've heard that you talked a little bit about this at our prior broadcast, but I'd love to share again with everybody a little bit about this particular event because I just thought
Okay,
it was
next
cool.
week we're doing our first songwriting workshop with Tim Easton.
Very
Um,
first.
Very first of our songwriter ones. And Tim is an internationally known singer-songwriter. He has been a mainstay of American roots music for more than 20 years. He
Wow.
got his first footing as he busked around Europe for 7 years in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when he developed a songwriting story. He's very folk-based, but he also, the Rolling Stone praised him as having a novelist sense of humanity. He really writes about people and things and pulls you in. So
Yeah.
he's going to be teaching this all next week on the 23rd, 24th, and 25th.
Okay.
The class is pretty much full, but if somebody really wanted to get in, we can make room for a couple more
Okay.
people in it.
Okay. So still
It's
still available then for a couple of more people then.
a
Sounds like.
couple of more
Yeah. Okay.
days if you want to sign up for this.
Okay.
It's going to be, he's going to teach how co-writing, how to write basically kind of a campfire song,
Mm-hmm.
and teach a little bit about performing as well. And then the really cool thing we're doing is that Friday night at the end of the workshop, we have rented 17 Elk Street, the UU Church, and we're going to have a house concert with Tim
Yay.
and with whatever songwriters want to perform.
Oh my
So
gosh, that's awesome.
it's awesome. It's going to be
Oh
a
my
$50
goodness.
suggested donation, and it'll
Yeah.
be at the UU Church at 7 o'clock on Friday night. I'm real excited about this because
Okay.
he's done house concerts with Eureka House Concerts there before.
Do
But
people
I
have to
think
buy? Do they need to buy tickets for this, or just show
they can
up?
come to the door.
Just come to the door? At the
Just
door?
come to
Okay.
the door.
$15 suggested
$50
donation.
donation. It all goes to our
15.
scholarship program.
Yeah.
You'll get to hear the first set will be Tim doing his work, and then the
Okay.
second set's going to be the members of the songwriting workshop
Yeah,
performing
that
their
should be
song.
very interesting to
Oh, I
hear.
think it's going to be wonderful. It's going to be
Yeah.
a real fun. It's going to be a fun night. So I really encourage everyone to come out Friday the 25th, 7 o'clock, 17 Elk Street, and enjoy an evening of music and camaraderie and support the Writers Colony.
Wow, this is great, Nancy. Very interesting dynamics, and I'm really excited about the songwriters because this is like
And I want to bring
the
up
first
before-
time,
First time.
first
I
time
do want to
ever.
mention tonight is Poet Luck.
Okay, this
And-
today is for those who are listening, and if you're watching this as a timely thing,
Yeah,
August the 17th. That's
15th.
tonight.
Tonight at the Writers Colony, 515 Spring Street. Our featured poet tonight is Bill McLeod from Oklahoma. He is the editor for the Right Hand Pointing Literary Journal, and his book, The Smell of Light, which is poems based on the Vietnam War, was Oklahoma's bestsellers list. He works with a lot of veterans teaching poetry. He's a wonderful human being, and
Yeah.
he's done workshops here at the colony before, and last year it got a hold when they did fundraising for the Writers Colony. He worked there.
Yeah.
So that's tonight at 6. It's a potluck dinner and followed with an open mic for writers of all kinds. We'll do poetry, prose, songwriting, whatever you want to come and share your work.
Oh. Now the Poet Luck is something that y'all do every month. Is that correct?
Every third Thursday.
Every third Thursday. Got it. Okay.
We usually have a featured reader every time, and it's a great. We've had pretty good crowds, and Crescent Dragon Wagon always has showed up for everyone this year. She really wants to be here and further her vision here at the Writers Colony.
Yeah. And then for those that are not familiar with Crescent Dragon Woman, you can go actually look, and I think you've probably got some information about her on your website. And some
she's one of the co-founders of the colony.
Right. So go to writerscolony.org to learn more about her. She is sort of one of our local celebrities around here. So
she really is.
Yeah, she is.
She's ours.
She's ours. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Nancy, you've done a fantastic job pulling together these events, and I can't wait to hear again from you next month about we're going to meet again end of August to talk about some other events that you've got planned. You know, if you're listening and you've listened to this segment and you're interested in finding out more, just call Nancy or anybody the staff there at the Writers Colony. There's a wealth of information on their website. But if you have other questions, be sure and give them a call.
And we'd like to encourage people to check. Right now, we don't have a fellowship going, but also check out our residencies.
Okay.
And if anyone is interested in a scholarships, just go call us anytime or send us an email because we'll have a lot going on the next couple of years.
All right. Nancy, thank you for joining us today, and appreciate all your hard work and all your contributions, not only to the Writers Colony, but also to the whole town of Eureka Springs. You've always been a bright spot, a bright star here in Eureka Springs, and we all appreciate you very much.
I like making people happy, and events make people happy.
They do. They do. You do it so well.
Thank you, Melody.
Thank you, hon. Bye-bye. All right, so check out the writerscolony.org, and please help us by subscribing, liking, and following us, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. We depend on you to help share all the good news about Eureka Springs. So share and like and follow. That's what we're all about. We appreciate you joining us today, and thank you so much for all the things that you are doing, coming to Eureka Springs, loving on us, enjoying our foods and our restaurants and our events and all the activities we got going on in Eureka Springs. We love the company that comes over. We always feel like, it's kind of like inviting everybody over to your backyard every weekend. That's kind of how we feel here in Eureka Springs. So we look forward to seeing y'all, and thank you for joining us today. Bye-bye, guys.